This is Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by unbeaten prospect Ellie Scotney. Ellie, how are you?
I am very well, Danny. I'm not retired yet, so I'm glad we put prospect in there soon. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Late in the day, happy that the day's nearly over. It's been
Monday.
Busy. Yeah, no one likes Mondays.
Oh, good start.
No. The reason we're talking today is because you've got some relatively big news to announce, and I'll let you kind of take it away.
Yeah, they say game change. Yeah, mine's a bit different. So obviously, I've decided I didn't fight, as everyone knows. So I've been given a new fight date, and with that, I've took into a new trainer. So yeah, it's all exciting. I've gone from having nothing, don't know where I'm going, to everything kind of falling in place to me. So I'm excited again.
Good stuff. Now let's take it a step at a time before we talk about your new trainer and why you chose his gym to continue your career. Just tell us why you've decided now is the right time to move on from the boxing booth gym.
Yeah, so it is. I've only had 2 fights, so it's very soon, early on in your career. But I feel like my style and the gym, I just felt like it didn't really gel too well. And I guess that just took a realization that this probably isn't the best place for me to be. So yeah, like I wish them all the very best, and I'm certain Mick Conlon will be adding another star to the stable. But yeah, there's no bad blood. But yeah, it's just I had to move on.
Quite a brave decision to make, like you say, so early in your career. You must have thought long and hard about it. I mean, if it had been later in your career, would it have been an easier decision to make? Was this a big thing that you don't want to start chopping and changing so early?
You know what? Hindsight will probably tell me a bit more, but yeah, do you know what? I think it's as bold as it is moving when it really matters. You know what I mean? Because it is so early. So yeah, don't get me wrong. It was a bit of a scary decision at first, but I knew I had to make it. So to be honest, it was just me playing with time and just questioning it for a while. Whereas I thought, do you know what? My fight falling through was probably the blessing for me to know, do you know what? This is probably a sign.
Now, changing trainer in this case also means changing manager, because Adam Booth was doing both jobs. Your new trainer will now be doing both jobs. Just tell us who that is, and more importantly, why this is the right place for you at this stage of your career.
Yeah, so obviously I was looking around, but I've decided to join Shane McGuigan's stable, and I've always looked at his coaching and how quickly and rapid people progress. And I've always, a bit of me's always thought, he's very good at his job, and one day, you might end up working together. But it weren't until, I went down the gym and actually see how he does work and how he fits it all in, that it really took me back, to be honest. And I thought, wow, yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer. I did a week, and then by that he said, do you want to do another week? And he's a great coach, and it's a great team to be around.
Why is he a better fit stylistically than the previous gym that you were working at? Because you said that was a big reason why you're moving. Why is his style good for you?
I think, he's very adaptable, and he looks at what a fight does well and looks at what they don't do so well. So I think a lot of stuff I was kind of getting away with covering up with other stuff. But as soon as I did like one pad session, he picked it out straight away and was like, what are you doing that for? And I was, yeah, I've been trying to brush up on that, but it was with my own paintbrush. It's not always the best.
No, well, his has certainly been proven over time. He's got a very busy gym, of course. Even recently, you're not the only new addition. The Azim brothers joined not long ago as well.
Yeah. Great talent.
That aside, have you got any concerns at all about it being so busy? Because obviously, at this stage of your career, you really want that one-on-one attention.
Yeah, I think a big factor of it was he's very young still. Well, yeah, he's getting a bit older, to be honest. He looks a bit older.
He's watching it, yeah.
Just in case you're watching, but it's just, I feel like he's got a lot of hunger, and the work he puts in, his work ethic's second to none. And obviously, it's a big stable, and that was one of my reasons. I was like, maybe that ain't the right place. But once I got involved and I see how he does run it and how much time he gives it every individual, it was just, it made sense. And everyone pushes each other. Like there's no one's on the slope. Do you know what I mean? It's just, if you're not keeping up, you're getting left behind. So yeah, no, it is a great place, and I feel like I'll be learning.
And he's obviously got a lot of help as well with, Josh Pritchard,
Yeah,
very
JP.
good trainer in his own right.
He's
JP,
a legend. He's a good guy.
And Duncan Ogilvie does the strength and conditioning for his fighters as well. Is that something you're looking forward to doing more of?
Yeah, I think JP is a very good character to have in the gym also, and he's a great coach himself. So I feel like they've all timed it, like their timings are well, and how they work with each other. There's everything's smooth, and it's no like second guessing, and you know what you're doing day by day. And for me, I needed a structure where I know that when it comes to my fight, that every box has been ticked, and I'm not going, but I didn't do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want that pressure of myself thinking that I've got to cover areas that necessarily weren't covered in the gym.
And what about being surrounded by fighters who, for the most part, you obviously got Lawrence, who's a world champion already, but then the others are kind of aiming towards that world level, the likes of Dubois, who's got an interim title, I think Fowler, and so on. And so Chris Billum-Smith, of course, as well. Surrounding by that success, will it breed success with you? Is that part of your decision?
Yeah, it was a massive factor because, like I said, like everyone's always aiming to get better at themselves. Even like Lawrence himself, like it's never good enough. And I think Shane's a coach values that in himself. So it's all business. Like you get down and you know you're there to work, and it's a great place to be in.
And what about Eddie Hearn? He's obviously your promoter with Matchroom. I know he's very understanding about you not being able to go on the card at fight camp. How does he feel about the change in trainer and manager? And is it now all systems go?
Yeah, Eddie, to be honest, Eddie's been a great help in all of this, and I was left literally speaking on my arse. So he's helped me out massively, and he was kind of the one who did say, I think that'd be a good suit for you. And yeah, he's been top, to be honest. I can't really fault it.
What about a sort of level of opposition? Because this will be the longest period you've spent not fighting for a while, but you want to kick on with your career.
I've had a few punch-ups in pubs, and I.
Yeah, well, to keep yourself sharp, yeah. Did you get a stoppage?
Hopefully get me a cleaner and get a stoppage. No, I feel like obviously I've got 10 weeks from now, and the way I'm trying to soak everything in, I'm really looking forward to the end product. So I'm going to say it from now. I should expect to see something very different in the ring, and yeah, hopefully a stoppage would be nice. I think it's needed.
Titles towards the end of the year or beginning of 2022?
No, I'd say more beginning of 2022. Obviously, I'm very early on my career, and it'll be an 8-rounder my next fight, and then a 10-rounder, and then I should be going into the new year with a big ambition for ending it the 2022. Yeah, with something in my hands for sure.
And have you and Shane discussed what weight that will be at, or where you're going to settle?
Probably, to be honest, probably about middleweight.
Yeah. I thought quite heavy.
Bridgerweight. I think bantamweight for sure. But you know what? I had 2 weeks off, went into the gym, and my weight's not in a bad place at all. So wherever my body will take me and whatever feels right for me, will be willing to go. And yeah.
I mean, bantamweight seems like the place to be, certainly domestically at the moment. I know even if you could make super flyer, for example, there's not a lot going on there in this country, is there?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Bantamweight is the weight that gets you excited for. There's fights that I'd love to have, and yeah, bantamweight, and then go on from there. There's weights to be played around with.
And one of the bantamweight world champions, obviously from the UK, and you were previously sharing a gym with her, Shannon Casey, of course, and now you're not. So surely that fight now becomes
that means sharing
at least
the
a
ring
possibility.
At one point. Yeah, 100%. Like now I'm at that stable, it makes it a bigger possibility, and yeah, that's definitely a fight I'd love to have.
I imagine though, if that fight does come to pass, people play up on the angle of the fact that you used to be stablemates. Are you kind of good friends? Are you close?
No, like I don't think people play on the stablemates. Do you know, I'll go in the gym and I'll go there to work, and that was it really.
But is it different than the feeling where you are now? I know it's early days, but as you said, you just kind of went in there, worked, went home. Where you are now, is it more like friendship with all the guys there, more camaraderie, or is it similar?
You know what? Me as a person, you know what? I'm not bloody talk to anyone. So yeah, like they're a funny bunch of people, and it is a laugh. But when it's time to work, they're working, and that's the main thing that I really like about the gym, is that there's that fun side, but there's that work where you come out and you're like, yeah, today was a good session, and I've done that from every day I've left. So
And I believe you've met Barry McGuigan as well, Shane's dad. Very, real charmer, as well as being a former world champion
Irish
legend
charmer.
of the sport. Yeah, how's he taken to you, and how have you taken to him?
Yeah, to be honest, he's a funny laugh. As soon as I met him, I kind of just stuck on his toes a little bit, but he give it back to me. So no, he's got a lot of knowledge. He was a fantastic fighter, and little pointers he gives you, it's like, whoa, okay, you keeps you on edge, sort of thing. So yeah, no, I feel like his input is a great asset to that gym.
How is that now? Because obviously you don't drive. I say obviously, people might not know that, but I've just outed you as a non-driver. Is it easier to get to than Booth Gym, or about the same?
Yeah, do you know what? That was another thing. Like, Booth Gym used to take me an hour to get there and an hour and a half back, and it was £20 a day. So that's a bit of a stinker. Yeah, and I used to try and get a child ticket, but I think once I opened my mouth, they're like, yeah, it's a bit sharp for a 15-year-old. So yeah, that was the main factor. And this, it takes me half an hour when I sponge a lift off my brother, or 40 minutes on a train. So
half an hour most days then.
He's an expensive Uber, I'm telling you.
He's the unsung hero of the Scotney operation, your brother, isn't he?
I'm telling you, he is a legend in his own right, but I'm not gonna big him up too much.
No, he probably will watch this.
He's the only one that will.
Yeah, that's the one view. Every little helps. Well, it's really good to hear you're in a better place mentally and emotionally now. You've got something to look forward to. You've got your fight dates. That's brilliant too.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, like obviously when I did make the change, a lot of other stuff fell through as well. So now I feel like I can kind of see a light, and it's not a white light, so it's all good.
glad to hear it. No, there is a white light shining in your face right now. So yeah,
hey, I'm blessed.
Yeah, I hope that's all it means. All right, brilliant. Well, really appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the build up to the next one.
Wicked. Take care, Danny.